Well, welcome to the first episode of what I'm going to call the Redneck Diaries. Alright? Now, the Redneck has to have a cheap beer. Pabst Blue Ribbon will work best. For some reason, Pabst seems to be predominant in the Redneck community. They also like Budweiser, but I find that too bitter. Anyway, since this is the first episode, I should show you around my hub first. Introduce myself. I'm Roland B. Heiss, singer-songwriter, philosopher, poet, general crazy redneck kind of a guy, according to a lot of people's estimation. I just got a new video camera, so I'm testing it out, and that's basically what this is all about. So I thought I'd do this, but I want to show you around my little hub here. Here's my dogs that think that they're cats because they're lounging around. See, they're not supposed to be lying around like that. I mean, that's what cats do. They're supposed to be up pacing around. Now okay, Eddie here. Eddie's getting a little insulted by that. He's a rescue baby, by the way. And this is my bookcase up here. I took John Wayne down a little bit. I think I sort of nipped his legs off there. He's still kneeling anyway. And there's my record collection over there. An old redneck like me should have a decent record collection, so there's several thousand albums there that I enjoy, and there's a bunch of stuff there. But this, if my universe had a hub, this would be it, to quote Conspiracy Theory, and that's a good movie. I like that movie. But I was reading a few things that were really bothering me, and let's see. George Washington said, "It will be found an unjust and unwise jealousy to deprive a man of his natural liberty upon the supposition he may abuse it." Now, I got to thinking about that quite a bit after I read it a little bit ago. So I thought that's a good thing to start my redneck diary out with here. Let's get the redneck take on it. Oh, by the way, I live in a double-wide trailer, so I got a 6-car garage out there too, so I'm keeping up with the Joneses. Well, I didn't mean to. It just came with the place, alright? Anyway, to suppose that someone is guilty and create laws that are designed to say that you might do something, that's wrong. That's contrary. George Washington recognized it a long time ago. Founder of our nation. Well, the first president had a lot to do with the founding of the nation. He was out there fighting while everybody else was sitting in Philadelphia in some hall or in other places around the early American sprawl, trying to decide how we were going to bring legality into it all. And here's the legality now. They take away our weapons. To a certain extent, despite the fact that those people of long ago had a Second Amendment that they threw into the Constitution for a reason. The Second Amendment was designed, as you well know. I mean, even a redneck understands this. The Second Amendment was thrown in there to guarantee our liberties, so that people would have teeth, just like the wolves or the birds that have beaks and can peck. I was reading the other day that they finally did the autopsy or whatever of the guy that got bit in the leg by a beaver. The beaver was defending itself. The guy wasn't trying to hurt the beaver, but the beaver didn't know that. So the beaver bit him in the leg, and he bled to death. That's the beaver's teeth. That's his right to defend him, so the beaver felt threatened. I'm sorry that the guy died, since he wasn't trying to harm the beaver. But these laws, you know, that they say, you know, they twist the Constitution around. A redneck doesn't understand this. All right? You've got a law. You've got a constitutional right. And they're going to ban certain things because you might do something with it, or somebody else has done something with it, and they think you're going to do something like that idiot did. I mean, if my neighbor did something nutty, they're going to ban me because I might do it next? Is that sensible? I don't think so. Of course, I'm just a redneck, see? I don't understand these things. All right, now, I don't like cell phones. I do not own one, okay? It's bad enough when I got to sit here and answer the, you know, I got a hardline phone here. It's a rotary dial. That's what I got. So I don't, certainly wouldn't, you know, it just annoys me enough here when I'm at home. Why the hell would I want to carry it around if the rotary dial would pick up magically out of the air somebody trying to bother me while I'm on the road or whatever? So all right. So the state I'm in and a lot of other states have said that you cannot drive around with a cell phone. You know, you're talking on your cell phone. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense to me. But I don't think it should be a law. I think the law should come in is when you're on one of those goddamn things and then you hurt somebody or kill somebody, then you should be fucked. I mean, the police, I don't know what they do now. I mean, they have computer screens now. I've seen the police drive by and they're, used to be, excuse me, rednecks also smoke, and a lot of them do. I do. So I cough too. As a matter of fact, I'm going to light up a little bit, and this is probably going to be considered probably breaking some law here, encouraging somebody who's watching this to smoke, and I'm going to get in trouble for that. Right? I'm not hurting anybody. Yeah, in the old days, you know, the CBers, the cops had the CBs, they'd be talking on their thing, you know, driving down. You know, I didn't hear anything about that, but you're going to ticket you just because you might cause an accident, see. Like I said, I think it's idiotic to have one of those damn things, and I wouldn't have one. But I think you have the right to have one, and I think you have the right to goddamn well talk on the road if you want. I mean, just like the CBs. Now they got computer screens, and I've seen the Airway Heights police that they're here. They're driving down my street here. And I look out the window, and you can usually see the glow after it's dark. And they're looking down there, you know, they're coming up to the stop sign, driving, and they're looking down. There's this big computer screen that they're looking at, and they're kind of typing and shit as they're approaching the stop sign. And yet these are the people that are going to pull somebody over for having a cell phone while they're looking forward. You know. It's what George Washington said, to criminalize something. And again, this is the redneck point of view. To criminalize something because of what you might do is idiotic. I think that if you do something wrong, you should be penalized to the full extent of the law. But to penalize the rest of the people that haven't done any wrong, because some idiots do, it takes away our rights. And it's wrong. I mean, look at that idiot Bloomberg in New York. You know, well, we want to protect the people from themselves. So you can go twice and buy a couple of smaller size big gulps or whatever it is, and you can go up to the counter and buy 2 of those, but we just won't let you buy the big one. You know, it's all about generating money. The cell phone tickets. You haven't caused, for a crime to happen, you have to have a victim. Now, if you're on a cell phone, you get a ticket and you haven't hit anybody or you haven't hurt anybody, and yet you get fined for it. And like I said, again, I think that's idiotic, the cell phone thing while you're driving. I don't want a phone around me much of the time at all anyway. But still, that's not the point. The point is that they just want to generate income. So, okay, if I can go up there in New York City and buy 2 of these that equals the big one that you banned. Well, first of all, if a company is still selling the big ones, they get a big fine out of the company now, despite the fact that the company hasn't harmed anybody. And then they get a big, you get a big fine if you're, I mean, it's all a money game. All right? This is the redneck point of view. I might be dense because I'm a redneck, okay? Well, anyway, I just wanted to test my camera out. This is the first episode of the Redneck Chronicles or the Redneck Diaries. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm kind of enjoying it, and it's nice to have a forum. By the way, I was on Facebook for a certain amount of time when I always said I would never be on there, and I got on there and they were disallowing certain posts or wouldn't let them come through properly. So basically, Facebook can kiss my ass. I'm back here, and hopefully I'll do more music than the redneck stuff, but we'll see if anybody likes it or not. And if you like this commentary, I'll continue it. If not, I'll just consider this a test of my new video camera, which also came with a microphone, which is cool because my microphone was going to shit. Alright, farewell from one redneck to maybe another redneck or 3.